Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. In this video, we are going to learn how to read elements from the linked list. So we have already learned how to read elements from the array list. So to read elements from any list, whether it is an array list or linked list, there are three different ways. First one is using for loop, then for each loop, and third one is iterator. So we will see how to make use of for loop, for each loop, and iterator in case of linked list. So here I have a class called LinkedList demo. Inside this class, I have one linked list called fruit, and we have added three values inside this linked list: apple, orange, and grapes. And in this way, we have printed our linked list. Now, instead of using this, we will use the three different ways to read the elements. First one is using the for loop. Now let's make use of for loop. So for int I is equal to 0, then we will continue the iteration till the size of list. So I should be less than fruit dot size I plus plus. And inside this for loop, we will print the value which will be at this particular index position of I. Like if I said fruit dot get, so here we have a method get and it accepts one index parameter. So I will say here I. So whatever the value of I, so the first time value of I will be 0 in the first iteration, then it will print fruit dot get 0. So first value will be printed. In the next iteration, the value of I is incremented to 1, then get 1, then get 2. So in this way, this will continue. If I print this, so see we are able to access the element here. First value is apple, then orange, and then grapes. Now here we had made use of for loop, right? Now instead of using for loop, we will make use of for each loop. For each loop is like the enhanced version of for loop, right? And it requires, and it is more readable than the for loop. So what we need to do, let me remove this part here of for loop, and we will say here for, and then in the for each loop, what we need to provide, we need to provide a variable of same data type as the linked list. So linked list is of string data type, right? So we need to have one variable of string type, string, let's say name, then colon, and then we need to provide the linked list, which is our fruit. And inside this, we need to just print name variable. It says name. Let's run this code. You see, we are able to print the values are apple, orange, and grapes. So this is more easy way using for each loop. Here we have just provided a variable to store a single value at that particular time inside this name variable, and then we are trying to print the name variable. Now the third way is using the iterator. Now how to make use of iterator to access the element from the linked list? Let's see that. Let me remove this part. First thing is, here you need to provide a iterator. So if I say here iterator, which is of java.util package, so here you need to provide the data type, which is string, because the linked list is of type string data type. If your linked list is of integer type, then you need to provide your integer, and then the name of reference variable here, let's say itr is equal to, then you need to provide the name of the linked list, which is fruit here, fruit dot iterator. In this way, you have declared the iterator with the variable itr here. Now there are two methods of iterator, which is hasNext and next. So hasNext is used to check whether the next element exists in iterator or not, and next method is used to return the value. So let's see that. So here I need to provide a while loop, while itr dot hasNext. So we will continue till the values are present inside this itr, and we will just print here sysout itr dot next. Now let's run this code. See, we are able to get the values are apple, orange, and grapes. If I add one more value here, let's say fruit dot add, we are adding banana here. Let's run this code again. Let's provide here semicolon, save it, and run now. We haven't provided here the codes. Let's run it. So see, we are able to print the values are apple, orange, grapes, and bananas. So while using the iterator also, it is similar to our array list. It's similar to the linked list also. So iterator is also one of the important concept here in the collections, because iterable is the root interface we have seen in the collection hierarchy as well. And these are the two important methods. Has next. So has next return true if the iteration has more elements. So when it comes to the last position, then there are no elements present inside the list, right? Because it will be the last element. At that time, it will come out of the loop. And the another method is next. This is also important method here, which returns the next element in the iteration. So I hope you have understood all three ways in which we can read the elements from a linked list, for loop, for each loop, and iterator. That's it in this video. We will cover another topic in next video. Thank you for watching.